want a man that can give me food, that can give me all the money in the world, and a man that can make me a signatory to his account. Those are my husband material, whatever qualities I be
at this time and age.
Of course, there are people like that.
Mm.
So when you say it, you wish it, and maybe probably you will have it.
It will happen in your dreams.
Okay, well, welcome to Sassy and Real. Yes, today we focus on what makes a man husband
Material.
My name is Sylvia Ishebe.
And I'm Hilda Katu.
All right, Hilda is all smiles today. I wonder whether you want a jackpot or you've discovered one material.
Yes, plenty material.
Okay, so today is going to be interactive. I mean, we're looking at what women want from men, right? So in terms of husband material, so what makes a man husband material? We're tired of hearing people focusing on what makes a woman wife material. The list goes on and on. Let's even find out what makes a man husband material. That is our focus on today's edition. So for you, Hilda, what would you say makes a man a husband material for you?
There's so many things I would look at. So
tell me one now.
Communication is important. Very, very important. I should be able to communicate with him and understand each other.
When you say communication, some people don't understand it. Is it okay? You talk now. You talk in a relationship.
No.
When does the communication shift or become something that you know that this one is the material that I'm looking for?
You might have issues, you might have problems, and you feel you want to talk to that person, but you're afraid. You find yourself praying before talking to him, or your heart.
Or you calculate how you're going to say this.
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
To him.
You can't just flow and just. I mean,
have
you should be able to talk to him. Talk freely.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It is important.
Yeah. Okay. So we have so much on the list today, but we want to hear from you what you think makes a husband material. What makes a man husband material? We can't wait to hear the good ones, the bad ones, and even the ugly ones. Or the weird. All right. So I mentioned earlier food, but let me not go there. Some people actually that's the material for them. Like you have to provide all the food I need to eat in the house,
and
or all through my stay with you.
No.
But that is for different strokes for different folks. But money, they say, gives assurance, and money has been on a lot of women's life. Like you have to have money before I would say, okay, let me consider this person for marriage.
It is very important. I remember way back, I was having a time with my friend and her mom, and the mom was busy pestering, you girls get married. And my friend jokingly said, the man has to have money. And the mom looked at her and said, start with small mattress. And my friend just chuckled and laughed.
What do you mean by small mattress?
Small mattress, he might not have anything. Just start small.
And then grow from there.
We just started laughing. My friend chuckled and said that mattress will just go flat even without him succeeding or getting something else. Hey, women need assurance.
Yes, I mean assurance. The mattress thing and what the advice she gave the lady at that point might be the material of those days.
Content,
but now
it is assurance.
We need we need assurance. So yes, money is one characteristic a lot of women look out for in a man when they choose the material for husband.
At times when you hear what women look for in husband materials, your jaw will drop. I mean, it's so unrealistic. Very, very unrealistic.
Yes, we have people say, stay there now, you never start. You know, you hear all of those kind of phrases.
It shock you.
And then there is this thing also, as you grow also, the material might change. Yeah. What you want at this particular season, at this particular age, might change in the next season. Or even, it might increase. If money might not be in your list or on your list initially, but as time goes on, life happens. You realize that I need to
life happens.
Get money out of them. But yes, money. What would you say makes a man a husband material? We would like to get your take on this discussion. We don't want to just be speaking to ourselves. So talk about it all alone. We'll love to hear your feedback. But also on the list, people say, if this man allows me to manage his finances, then he is the one. How do you think that sounds? Are you on the list of women like that?
Well. It really mustn't be me as a woman managing his finances. Him being able to manage his own finances. You will find the same way the money comes in is the same way he's spending it. And when there's need for it, there's no money. You find because money comes in, he's spending it buying fleets of cars. You have 20 cars in your garage. One day you don't have shish in your pocket. You start looking for who would sell that car for tiny sum because you were not able to manage your finances. I mean, it's important. The woman needs a man, husband material that can manage his finances for the rainy day.
Yes. For the rainy day. Yeah. Okay. But if you only get to know that if they reveal it to you, right? You know that you might not tell what is in the person's bank account, but when they make you a signatory, you see, and you can tell that this person actually is managing it well or not, and then it also qualifies for your husband.
As I said in the beginning, communication is important. When you communicate with the husband, you know things. You understand? And for me, friendship is important. When your friends, I mean, there's nothing to hide.
Yes, that is
you
one thing.
Know, so you don't need to. Yes, it's important. You could be signatories for future or for some emergencies. But once your friends and you,
life, not for emergencies, for life.
For life. Emergencies, things happen. Yeah, and you might not be there to help you out, but there's friendship. You understand, okay, this is what we have, this is what we're doing. It is important. Not the one that will tell you I don't have, this is what I have, and meanwhile somewhere
the money's going somewhere. Yes. So you talked about best friend or people having let the person be your friend. Yeah? But yes, we've seen women say, oh, I want this person to be my best friend. And then you see when it's the person's birthday, you say my best friend, my this, my But some people can't even attest to that and say, oh, this person is actually this man is actually my best friend.
Sadly,
so you what makes a best friend like? As I said, how do you even know he's a best friend before you say, okay, consider him, okay, this is husband material?
Okay, let me put it in the female context that you be able to talk freely. You have problems, you be able to talk, laugh, cry with that person. If you can do it with your female friend, you should be able to do it with your male friend who is your husband, supposed husband material. If you can tell him what you think without getting embarrassed, just be yourself with him. I mean, that's friendship. It is, for me, that is friendship. Be able to talk the same way I would relate with you.
You know, sometimes you don't see these things. Yes, you see this on social media. Gossip partner. That is it. You see it on social media. It's so beautiful to look at. But it might not be real in real life. I don't know.
So it happens, though. It does. It does.
Yes.
Gossip. You're in a hurry to go and meet him and talk. Tell him.
You should be able to dress up and then come out and say, "How do I look today? What should I change?" Like, okay, just pull your hair back or something, or wear a tighter jeans.
Make fun of you without you taking offense.
Taking offense. Some people actually take offense to these things.
Seriously. But when you're able to relate, laugh, make jest of each other, or you make a mistake or do silly things and you laugh without taking offense, I mean, that is friendship. It's on another level.
And then some people will say, if the person has a good temperament, then he is a good husband material.
Yes.
You're not easily angered.
You know, with the temperament come anger, as we said. When he's angry, that impulsive reaction, you could be slapped. Or he'll say something he can't take back, being nasty. Sometimes you don't have to be physically abused, just uttering some words that would hurt that person. Trust me, it is something you can never ever erase. It's painful. It is there. You'd remember it when you hear the person getting angry or the voice getting a bit high. So it's important that there is good temperament.
Yeah. Yes. Good temperament is important. All right, it's Sassy and Real. And yes, I am Sylvia. And that is Hilda.
Hilda.
And together we are doing this, looking at the qualities that make a man husband material. We'd like you to react and tell us what qualities make a man husband material. What makes a man husband material? I mean, on this show we talk about issues that concerns women, things that they talk about, or they want to really find out how the other gender actually
Feel.
think or
Yeah.
feel.
Yes.
And one of such is this husband material thing. So much has been talked about wife material. We know the list, but what makes the list for husband material? Send in your comments and then we'll take them. Okay, another one on our list is a man who appreciates your flaws. Women say, I want a man who will appreciate my flaws. Of course, everybody is flawed in one way or another. We're not perfect.
Yeah, you should be able to be at ease with your husband material, because when you can't relate well or you're cautious of that particular flaw, it gives that particular sense of inferiority complex. And so the man or the person should be able to accept you for who you are, the flaws and everything, and make you feel at ease. That is very, very important.
And then this one about sharing your values. If you have values that you hold in high esteem, and this person knows about it,
he should be able to respect it
and share. See, there's something about respecting it and also sharing it in those values. For example, you have things like, okay, I always make it a pattern, or something that I do all the time is to go to the market on Saturdays, and I love it when my man comes along with me. Some people grow up like that, having their parents do that. And so they see the qualities also that the parents had in a man, and decide to just call it husband material because that's what they used to. Or the value of, okay, I go to Melks on Friday or I go to church on Sunday, you must be able to do that also with me. If you don't share in that,
for me, I think there should be a bit of laxity on that one.
Okay.
You understand? There should be a bit of laxity. He might want to do it, he might not want to do it. If he does it once a while, good and fine. But not every Saturday. He might want to watch football. Cut him some slacks.
Or some people say, yes, Saturdays are fun days.
Yeah.
Like we must hang out on Saturday, or in the evenings we hang out. And so you're not saying there are people like that. Oh my God, this person likes to hang out, and I'm not the person, the hanging out kind of person. What do you do in such instance? Do you now cancel that person and say, okay, this guy is no longer a material that I'm looking for? And then you decide to look elsewhere. What do you do in such?
And sometimes you have to relax a bit. It happens. It's not as if it's totally off. You understand? Once a while he does it. It doesn't make him not husband material. He does it, but not as often as you may want it or expect it to happen.
And some people will say, yes, the person should be family oriented. When you say family oriented, what do you think it means?
Well, there's some men that feel children, home front, it is the woman's duty. It is you. A child would scream, they will say, hold your child. The man should be able to be there, have time for his family, help me, meet me halfway.
Usually you see all these things at that courtship period.
When you're in courtship or friendship or whatever, and you're there, you would find men coming to the kitchen too. Okay, what can I help you do? Cut onions? Or while you're in the kitchen, he might not want to go there, arrange the parlor or make the bed. You would know it. You see signs. Trust me, we women have the sixth sense. You know when something is right.
And then there's this discussion about you should also know if this person wants kids, if you want kids and the person does not want kids. All those conversations should happen around that. And that is family oriented, having kids.
And even how he relates with children outside. When you go out, he snaps or it will work.
Okay. And then brings out the best in you is another quality. So every human being have best, right? We all have best.
Your husband material should be your first cheerleader.
Yeah.
he should be there for you. Even when you're having your bad day, he should be there to like cheer you up. So that brings out the best in you. Even when you're feeling low, it goes a long way for you. It does.
So maybe you take a stock of when we started, before I met him, and then now that I'm in a relationship with him, how is it? If you had improved, am I a better person? So those are the kind of things you ask yourself and then check. Okay, maybe this person is probably the person.
Yes.
This person is the husband material. I'll go forward.
Encourage you to do things. You understand? One would see, okay, you're relaxed about maybe going back to school or doing something. He pushes you to do it. You understand? He brings out the best in you. Some things you don't even know you have talents or things you can do. Maybe you don't believe in yourself, and he helps you realize and improve yourself in that particular side or aspect. I think is important when he can bring the best in you. Yes.
There's also the issue of physical features. That one you can't even take it away from women. Like when they have that discussion, like you would say tall, dark, and handsome.
Sometimes you get in trouble with that one because he steps out, you'll be like, okay, who is he with? Who's looking at him? Who is giving him number? Because trust me, some women are bold. They walk up to a man and they'll give out their number. A fine man going unchecked. I mean, you should just be careful what you wish for.
Okay, being a good listener is definitely a husband material. Yes. That is also one reaction we got from somebody, and he said, if he's a good listener, he's definitely a husband material. He's not just talking, but he is also listening
to you.
Yes. Have you had that conversation with somebody and the person is on the phone typing, and then you're just talking to yourself?
And you're talking, and when you say, when that happens, you say sorry. I mean, that one is a turn off. And for me, one thing I believe is that the husband material or the guy should be there for you, no matter how busy he is, no matter how inconveniencing it is for him. He should create time for you, just to even check on you. 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Every time, sometimes I've seen women who say, don't you have friends? Be going out. You're always around me. You're always around me. Go and have fun with your friends. Don't always hang around me. And then when the person changes, well, you will now be looking for the person that he was before. Okay, so yes, moving on. We still have some other qualities that have been considered husband material, and this one is he supports my dreams and aspiration, like we said, brings out the best in you. So you want to be a doctor and somebody convinces you not to be, and maybe become somebody else, own a shop or something. Not that it's bad, but you know it's not your dream. It's not what you want to be.
You're just doing it for him. I mean,
yes, and then somebody start making you live his life. Like, this is what I want.
You're living his
dream,
not your dream. You will be happy at the end of the day. You're just doing it. There'll be so much pressure on you. You understand? You're not at peace with yourself. That's what I think and I feel. And for me, another point or a husband material point for me is he should see you as a partner. It is important he sees you as a partner, not him being the boss. Yes, sir, my word is final. No, you meet halfway, 50-50. I mean, it makes your bond stronger when you're partners and he views you as that.
Okay, we meet halfway, 50-50. Is that one of the qualities you will consider a husband material? Let us know. And yes, we have a comment already from James Garba. Thank you, James, for your comments. He says the ability to provide the basic needs of the family makes a man husband material.
Very important. Not when you wait for your wife to go to work. She'll provide food. She'll provide school fees. She'll provide rent. And you're just watching TV.
You know, sometimes women will just carry face. Like, they will lock up. they will join the single women's association because something is not happening. You know, people are not. The man in your life,
you as a woman,
is not doing the work that he's supposed to do.
You would be worried when you see your kids hungry. And they're at home when their friends are in school. No matter what, you will feel that sense of responsibility to stand up and do it. So it is important for the husband or the husband material to be able to provide for the family. Very, very important.
I saw this story somewhere on social media where somebody was actually looking for advice and saying that he has a friend. Now, this friend is living or is in a relationship with the man of her dream. Now, maybe she considers this man husband material because the man provides anything she wants, expensive gifts, buys her anything she wants. Just name it, baby, I'll give it to you. And so she's at that point where she's comfortable. But whenever the quarrel, the temperament is different. The person gets so angry that he takes the gifts, flushes it down the drain, or burns her wig. You know, when all those bone straight hair. No, this is true life story.
Oh.
And then the next thing she's asking, what does my friend do? Are these red flags, or should we?
Ones.
Now, what the next thing he had was that the lady accepted to marry the guy. Yes, the guy proposed and she accepted. Maybe it's a material for her.
Those were red flags. You understand? Those were serious red flags for her. Maybe she was just after the material things.
Because maybe she said, if this person is able to make me happy, if this person is able to provide for me, then I'm good to go.
Happy?
As long as he has not hit me.
You know, happy by flushing what you got for me. Imagine a diamond ring going down the drain, toilet flushed.
You know what he does after that? He
buy another
one more expensive than the one he destroyed.
You don't.
That is some weird thing going on. But yes, this is Sassy and Real, and this is where we'll call it a day. You know, we're expecting your comments. Remember, the conversation continues. This is not the end of it. Share this video and give us some of those qualities you think makes a man husband material. Sassy and Real will be back next week, Wednesday, for another interesting edition. We're always here to talk about things that concern women.
Juicy
but before
issues.
we go, you said something about
well, for me, husband material, sometimes you would have a guy that has everything you need, all the qualities, but is he ready to marry you?
That is a question.
Is he ready to marry you? Not because of pressure from his family. He could be nice, Mr. Nice, support, brings out the best in you. Is he ready to marry you, or just comfortable in a relationship?
Yes.
That is very important.
Very important. A question you must ask yourself. Have a fantastic day, and I hope you find a man of your dream. We'll be back next week. Yeah. My name is Sylvia Ishibe.
And I'm Hilda Kati.
The show was put together by Ihoma Ukeje. Bye for now.
Bye. Always inside, good and